My overall impression of the course is that it wasn't what I expected it to be, but I definitely learned a lot and got a lot of skills that I can use later in life, and that everyone should take it if they have the chance to.
Point in Capstone is when I was in the middle of the athletic season, in the middle of the academic season, and I couldn't stay awake in class because I had so much going on, and I fell asleep during an important discussion that a person of high rank was giving us. And somebody took a picture of me. I don't know why, but somebody took a picture of me while I was blinking, and Mr. Allenbacher called me, and I had a discussion with him, and after that, it was all high points. I started getting good grades. I started turning up in class, started paying attention, never fell asleep again, didn't want to know that feeling. That was my high point, and then before that, that was my low point, and now I'm at the end of the school year, and we about to turn
My high point of Capstone was learning the skills I need in college, such as communicating with society and working in groups and teams and synthesizing information to the best of my ability. And my low points were having to write papers when I didn't understand the instructions or the rubric, and having to do assignments where I didn't understand why we were actually doing them and how they related to the coursework. And also, my other low point was when we had to often do projects that I just didn't get at all, and I thought were kind of pointless. They were kind of a waste of time for everyone because there were no instructions and it didn't relate to the coursework.
The best learning experience I had all year was probably the out-of-classroom experience that we had. Like when we went to Washington, D.C., went to the Peruvian Embassy, Arlington National Cemetery, National Guard, and everywhere else that we went. It was fun and good being able to talk to people that are actually in the field and getting their voice and or opinion on stuff. And also when we went to hear speakers around Charleston and around problems that we may have had, it was cool being able to talk to them and get what they had to say about the subjects, and it was just a good year all around.
One of the best learning experiences that we had this year was having Dr. Savoya come from Harvard to speak to us about Ebola and the water crisis, and we had an interactive session with her where we answered and analyzed some information.
What did AP Capstone teach me? Well, if I had explained it all to you, we'd be here till next week. But in short, I really learned how to understand and analyze arguments, and how to gather credible sources effectively, and to use those sources to provide evidence to support my claims in an argument, and how to really synthesize my ideas to present logical solutions to issues.
I recommend to upcoming Capstone students to not procrastinate, to always read and critique your articles, and come in with an open mind.
My recommendations for next year's AP Capstone students would be: do not procrastinate, start on your papers early, and don't wait till the last minute because it gets really stressful, and find lots of sources.
For AP Capstone research is that it will further my learning experience and allow me to further develop my synthesizing and writing skills and analyzing arguments so that I will be able to gain even more life skills to help me in college and beyond.
I think our group came together extremely well. We were all able to combine our individual strengths to make a great team. I can't wait to see what AP Research has in store for us next year.
Overall, I thought Capstone was a really good experience for all of us, and I thought that it had really great new learning experiences, and it took classroom in a different perspective than normal classes. And I think the high point of this year was probably the best learning experience, which was being able to go to DC and being able to listen to all these speakers talk about. Some low points of this year are probably procrastinating too much, but in the end I still got my work done. I still think I did really well, and some skills that I learned as I learned to argue more efficiently and being able to differentiate between good sources and bad sources.
Yes, I learned in Capstone when I grew up.
Thank you, Miss Williams, for a fun and exciting year in Capstone, and let's hope next year is even better.